What's up, Patriots Nation? The countdown is officially over. We're just one day away from the New England Patriots hitting the field for training camp. And this year's camp might be one of the most intriguing we've seen in a long time. There's a different energy in the air, a fresh vibe sweeping through Foxborough. And fans are feeling it. A new head coach, new players, new storylines. And that same undying hope that this is the season the team gets back to where it belongs. Contending. As we gear up for this first day of action, it's the perfect time to break down the current state of the roster, who's trending up, who's trending down, which guys have everything to prove, and who's coming and already turning heads. Let's talk about it all. And there's no better place to start than with STEFON DIGGS. Yes, you heard right. STEFON DIGGS is fully cleared and will not be placed on the PUP or NFI list heading into camp. That's huge news for the Patriots after tearing his ACL. A lot of people questioned whether he'd be ready in time, especially considering his age. Let's not forget, recovering from a torn ACL is no joke, and it's even tougher when you're not 21 anymore. But DIGGS defied expectations, put in the work, and now looks like he's ready to step right in as that top option for rookie quarterback Drake May. And speaking of Drake May, he's going to need all the help he can get early on, and having a veteran presence like DIGGS out there, someone who knows how to get open, move the chains, and make big-time plays, is a huge asset. DIGGS isn't just showing up healthy, he's showing up hungry. This guy wants to prove he's still elite, and from everything we're hearing, he's already laser-focused on building chemistry with May and becoming that go-to guy on third down, in the red zone, all over the field. Now let's shift the focus to the backfield, because there's another player making waves before camp even kicks off. Running back Tavon Henderson has officially signed his rookie contract, and it's not just any deal. We're talking about a fully guaranteed 4-year contract. That's a big shift in how second-round picks are being treated in the NFL. Just a couple years ago, getting that kind of guarantee was basically unheard of unless you were a top 10 pick. But times are changing, players are holding out longer, agents are pushing harder, and rookies like Henderson are getting deals that reflect their real value. And look, Henderson might not be the starter out of the gate, but he's going to be in the mix. The one to punch with Ramondre Stevenson could become something special, assuming Stevenson can hang on to the ball. After a rough 2020 season where fumbles became a problem, the pressure is on. If those issues follow him into this year, Henderson could end up taking over the lead role sooner than anyone expected. But it's not all good news on the roster front. We've got several names landing on the active PUP and NFI list to open camp, and that definitely shifts the dynamics a bit. Let's start with wide receiver Mack Hollins. He's on the PUP list, which opens the door for someone like Kyle Williams to make a serious impression and compete for that X-receiver role. Williams has been flying under the radar a bit, but this could be his chance to carve out a real role in the offense. Linebacker Jahlani Tavai is another name on the PUP list, and that's a tough blow. He was making strides last year and looked like he could be a steady contributor again, but now he's starting camp behind the 8 ball. Still, knowing his work ethic, it wouldn't be a surprise to see him bounce back quickly once he's cleared. And then there's offensive tackle Vidarian Lowe. He started several games at left tackle last season, but he finds himself starting this camp on the PUP list as well. That's not great for a guy fighting for a backup role, with second-year player Caden Wallace stepping up and showing real promise. The former Penn State standout is pushing hard for that swing tackle job. Lowe could be in danger of missing the 53-man roster altogether if he can't get back on the field soon and prove his worth on the non-football injury list. Defensive tackle Carl Davis is a name that stands out. He looked sharp during OTA letters and showed flashes of being a rotational piece on that defensive line. But now he's got to work his way back from whatever issue landed him on the NFI. To more names on that list are safety Josh Minkins and wide receiver Jeremiah Webb. Both were long shots to make the roster, but any time missed in camp only makes that climb tougher. They'll need to maximize every rep they can get once they're cleared to have any shot of making an impact this year. Now let's talk about the newest member of the Patriots. The roster is officially up to 91 players, but this addition doesn't count against the usual 90-man limit. That's because it comes via the NFL's International Pathway Program. The Patriots have added David Olagoke, a defensive tackle who most recently spent time with the Rams. He's originally from London, stands at 6'3", weighs 310 pounds, and brings a ton of raw physicality to the table. His college career at Central Missouri saw him rack up 98 tackles, 9 sacks, and for blocked kicks over 32 games. That's impressive production for a guy flying mostly under the radar. Oleg was on the Rams practice squad last year, and now he comes to New England with a real shot to stick around. The defensive tackle room is wide open right now. Christian Barmore is obviously locked in, and Milton Williams and Kyrus Tonga are expected to rotate in heavily. But that fourth spot is up for grabs. Olegok's size and motor could earn him a practice squad spot, or even sneak him onto the active roster if he balls out during camp. Keep an eye on number 96 when practices get rolling. He could become a fan favorite. In a hurry, now let's shift the spotlight to the head coach. Yes, Mike Vrabel is officially at the helm for his first training camp as Patriots head coach. And while it might be his first as the boss in New England, this is far from unfamiliar territory for Vrabel. He's been here before as a player, as an assistant, and of course, as a successful head coach with the Tennessee Titans, where he took that team all the way to the AFC title game. This is a guy who knows how to build a culture, how to get buy-in from players, and how to develop toughness, both mentally and physically. But what makes Vrabel stand out isn't just the X and O's. It's the way he connects with people. Former Titans center Ben Jones recently spoke about just how much Vrabel values relationships, not just with players, but with their families, with fans, with the entire community. Jones shared stories about how Vrabel would take time after practices to talk to kids, sign autographs, and truly engage. In a league where head coaches are often closed off and all business, Vrabel makes time for the human side of the game. Jones even mentioned that his daughter still FaceTimes Coach Vrabel and sends him videos of her playing sports. That kind of connection, that kind of genuine care. It matters. It's not something you see every day in this league, and maybe that's exactly why Robert Kraft decided to hand the keys to Vrabel. Sure, there were other candidates out there, including bright young offensive minds like Ben Johnson. But when you weigh potential against proven leadership, Vrabel checks every box. He's a Patriots Hall of Famer, a Super Bowl champion, a guy who knows what it takes to win, and someone who can rebuild the locker room culture from the inside out. When you combine that with his track record, his toughness, and his ability to form lasting relationships with everyone around him, from coaches to kids, it's easy to see why he was the choice. And finally, let's take a moment to spotlight one of the most inspiring players entering camp, rookie defensive tackle Joshua Farmer, taken at pick number 137. Farmer might not have been a household name on draft day, but he's someone that fans and teammates alike are quickly rallying behind. His story is one of perseverance, loss, and determination. Coming out of Florida State, he had already built a reputation as a high-motor player who could disrupt the line of scrimmage. But what many people didn't know was the adversity he's had to overcome. Off the field, he lost both parents at a young age, raised by his grandmother alongside his brothers. He's been fighting through pain and heartbreak for most of his life. But instead of letting it break him, he used it as fuel. Florida State's GM shared that Farmer has consistently responded to adversity with grit and maturity beyond his years. Now that he's in New England, this is more than just football for him. This is a tribute to his family, to everything he's fought through, and to those who helped him along the way. He's already got ties to the Patriots coaching staff, especially among the defensive line coaches, and he's expected to immediately compete for a rotational spot behind Barmore, Williams, and Tonga. Farmer brings toughness, heart, and an edge to that interior line. And in a year where the Patriots defense could carry a big load, players like him will be crucial. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a move that's already sending shockwaves through the NFL rumor mill, wide receiver Stefon Diggs has hinted at his departure from the New England Patriots, and fans, insiders, and analysts alike are scrambling to figure out what it all means. Although no official statement has confirmed the full details, Diggs reportedly announced his exit in a cryptic social media post that left more questions than answers. Could this be the beginning of yet another dramatic chapter in Diggs' roller coaster career after a tumultuous 2024 season with the Patriots? Speculation about Diggs' future in Foxborough was already simmering, though his numbers were solid. Chemistry issues on and off the field were widely reported. Tensions with the coaching staff, frustration with the offensive scheme, and New England's continued struggle to find a consistent quarterback. may have all contributed to the current situation. Sources close to the organization suggest that DIGGS' decision didn't come as a surprise internally. There had been whispers that the wideout was growing disillusioned with the team's direction. His body language on the sidelines and post-game interviews were often interpreted as signs of dissatisfaction. Now, with his announcement, those quiet murmurs have erupted into full-blown rumors about where he might land next. Several teams are already being floated as potential destinations, including the Dallas Cowboys, Kansas City Chiefs, and even a surprising reunion with the Buffalo Bills. While it's too early to make any concrete predictions, league executives are reportedly keeping a close eye on the situation. A talent like DIGGS rarely becomes available without stirring significant interest. And if he truly is on the move, the ripple effects could reshape the league's wide receiver market. For now, though, the situation remains shrouded in uncertainty. Is this truly goodbye, or just a calculated play to leverage his position? One thing is clear: Stefon Diggs knows how to keep the NFL world talking. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.